Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post a quick video here. This is going to be a response video to Rick over at Rick and Records. I saw someone put up a video response to a contest that he did, and I'm not sure if the contest is still going or not, but even if it's already over, I still want to do a video response and support his channel. Leave a link down below there so you can go check out his channel, subscribe. But yeah, so just want to jump on board, Rick. Like I said, just kind of support your channel. And it was a nice, simple, right to the point question of, show 5 to 10 albums that you have doubles of, and maybe kind of share why on some of them. So yeah, let's just kind of jump right into it. So the first one I'm going to show here is going to be a classic album, which is Boston, self-titled. Still, in my opinion, probably song for song from start to finish, probably one of the best debut albums of all time. But here we have a white label promo copy, and then you have an original US pressing right there. All right, and yeah, just an absolute beautiful, beautiful white label copy there. Oh yeah, white label promo. So why would I have 2 copies of this? And this is kind of summing up a few different things in my collection, is that a couple years ago I kind of started getting into the white label promos and wanting to pick those up when I find them. And so many of the things that I'm finding with I will find, I should say, with the white label promos are things that I already have. So it just kind of instantly makes some doubles that come in. Every now and then I'll get rid of stuff because I don't want doubles of it, but this was one where I thought, yeah, I have 2 nice pressings of the US and white label promos. I'm going to go ahead and keep both of them. All right, second example is Metallica Saint Anger, and this is kind of almost the same thing as the white label promos. I've kind of gotten into grabbing the Walmart exclusives when I can get my hands on them, and so many times those are all classic albums that have been around forever that we already have, kind of thing. So whenever I grab the exclusives, I tend to automatically have a double of something in most cases. Like I said, sometimes I'll get rid of them, but for the most part, I think with all the Walmart exclusives I've ever gotten, I've never gotten rid of the copy of whatever it is that I already had. It's just I like the Walmart exclusives for whatever reason. So that's kind of another great example. Very nice sealed OG pressing of that right there. And another thing that may cause me to have some doubles, and this actually kind of covers 2 of them. Again, just a few years ago, I got into Japanese pressings. So as I, get more of those, they're oftentimes the things I already have US or UK pressings of. And this right here actually came out of the Ozzy box set. So, as you grab box sets here and there, oftentimes that will create doubles as well. So, that's Ozzy, The Ultimate Sin. And the next one here, Little House of Pain, Fine Malt Lyrics. Over here you have an original gold stamp promo of that, and then this is the 2021 US pressing. This was the clear vinyl with the orange, green, and yellow splatter. And so yeah, and just when this just got reissued, it was kind of popular in our store, and they hadn't reissued in quite some time, so I was like, yeah, I just need to go ahead and grab a copy, so that's basically why I got that. Now this is still sealed too, which that's one thing you'll find in my collection, especially stuff I have doubles of. Just because I buy a second copy of something or another or whatever does not mean I have the feeling where I have to go open it right then. I really do buy stuff, and whenever I'm ready to listen to it, that's when I open it and clean it and I'm ready to listen. So that could be couple days later, that could literally be 4 or 5 years later. It's just I just go with what I feel, kind of thing. So that's why sometimes people will think like, wow, you have a lot of sealed albums in your collection, kind of thing. But anyway, we'll move right on to Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell, another great example. You have an original US pressing here, then you have the 2021 reissue, which is kind of the 2 LP deluxe that had some bonus tracks and that type of thing. Usually not something I really jump on board where I'm that crazy about, oh, this has so many bonus tracks, so go buy that again. That doesn't really draw me in as much. This was just kind of, oh, it's an absolute classic album. Even I just wanted it when I saw it come out, period. So, but in most cases, bonus track type of stuff doesn't draw me into albums unless it's something I really, really love. Next year we have New Order Substance. This is 1987. I actually have 3 copies of this. I think the same thing with the Saint Anger. I think I have 3 copies of that too. But I have 2 original pressings and the reissue that just came out in 2023. And same thing here, you know, especially back when vinyl was so cheap. Whenever I saw this, you know, like I had to pick it up because you just didn't see it that often, and it's even more rare now. And so then when the reissue came out, it was just kind of like, I think it's on white and blue vinyl, I believe. I think that's what it's on. Again, I've kept this sealed. Haven't felt the need to have to open it yet. But yeah, so that's why I have multiple copies of that. And another reason I may have multiple copies of something is if I, you know, have a pressing that I've always loved and thought was fantastic, and then maybe Analog Productions comes along and does something like this, I'll, you know, want to grab that since I've kind of gotten into the Analog Productions thing. And so you end up with multiple copies of what I think is just the best album from the grunge period right there, in my opinion. I know it could be controversial to say, but now the only band that I care about, like, you know, multiple different variants or stuff like that, because that's something that just never grabs me. If Taylor Swift is putting out something and there's like 7 different variants of it or what, it's like I could absolutely care less. The only band that all those variants makes a difference to me is Godsmack. That's the only band that I will focus on trying to get every variant of what they put out, because obviously it's my absolute favorite band. And so that would be a reason why I have doubles of a lot of their stuff. Matter of fact, with this particular album, you have the orange. I know this is just a black vinyl. This is the orange website exclusive, and then there is an unofficial pressing that was done on orange a couple years ago, and then I don't know, like 15 or so, maybe even more years ago than that, there was the 2LP picture disc. It was in a regular sleeve, but it was a 2 picture disc that they put out, and I think those are the 4 different variants that this album has ever been pressed on, and I have all 4 of those. There's been 2 different variants for Awake, and I have both, actually 3, because there was an unofficial, and I have all 3 of those. There was 2 different variants. There are going to be 2 different variants for Faceless that's coming out next month. Both of those. And When Legends Rise, I think actually had 5, I believe. And I have 4 of them, but there's a blue one that was kind of like a fan club exclusive or something like that, had a signed insert, and I've just had no luck getting my hands on that blue version. But as soon as I do, that will complete all my Godsmack variants. So moving on, Jesus and the Mary Chain, Psycho Candy. And then here you have a gold stamp promo, and then you have the 2017 reprise reissue, which actually sounds really, really good. And I had this one, and then I stumbled across this one in a store not too long ago, maybe like 4 years ago or so. It was only $13 on it, and I was like, whoa, I thought maybe the vinyl must be roached or something, and opened it up, and I mean, the vinyl was excellent plus condition. So I mean, it was just like score and a half. But yeah, so same thing, you know, I found this one later and decided to keep the reissue because it did sound good and just a fantastic album. And last but not least, little Chris Isaak, Heart-Shaped World. Again, you know, collecting early on. I've had the OG pressing for quite some time. Originally got that for $8. And then, you know, the reissue, the RSD Essential, that came out in 2022, and it was kind of the same thing then. You know, it just had not been reissued for so long. It was an album that people really wanted and all of that. So like, yeah, even though I have the OG, I'm going to go ahead and grab the reissue as well. So that's why I have a couple different copies of that. So there you go, Rick, man. Again, fun video, fun question. Glad I got a chance to kind of jump on board. As always, VC, let me know what you think, and we will talk to you soon. All right, take care, guys.